Well, welcome everyone. It is Webinar Wednesdays, and it's always such a pleasure to be able to address our audience, not just here at the Maestro Entrepreneur Center, but also those who are joining us via Facebook. Again, today is Webinar Wednesday. About today in particular, though, I want to focus on the fact that we're going to talk about Buy Local, Grow SA, Business Resource Headquarters. Now, typically, this is where I tell you, you know, the information to make sure that you're registered on Buy Local Grow SA, which it is a one-stop shop for a website that's full of resources and business opportunities. However, we're going to go more in depth today because we have got John Nana, who's going to present the information more in depth so that you can have that personalized walkthrough. But after all, if you need to register, you've got that QR code on there. But let's not forget why this is possible. We want to take the time to say thank you. Thank you to our sponsors who make this possible. HEB, the City of San Antonio, the Economic Development Department, Wells Fargo, and of course, our sponsors who believe in our mission to provide resources to our small businesses here locally. But again, you're not here to listen to me. We definitely appreciate our sponsors. You're here to hear about John Nana. He's the founder and digital strategist from Dryden Labs, LLC. He's a board member of the Maestro Entrepreneur Center. And as you can see, his contact information is directly in front of you. But John Nana is delivering trusted digital strategies powered by people who care. Now, John moved to San Antonio, Texas from St. Louis, Missouri to attend St. Mary's University in 1999. So he's one of us, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he studied management information systems and business where his passion for technology and business was found. Now, after graduating from St. Mary's University, he filled a number of roles growing organizations. These positions included website designer and developer, lead developer, project manager, to advising the Department of Defense with strategies around mobile application development and the cloud architecture. Now, his passion for technology and serving others made it so much easier to make that move to create Dryden Labs, which was a natural calling. Now, with the encouragement from his peers, family, and even his previous employer, John started Dryden Labs, LLC in March 2015. Now, Dryden Labs delivers trusted digital strategies powered by people who care. Now, in his free time, he loves to go on hikes with his wife, Selena, who also graduated from St. Mary's University, and their dog, Snoopy. And if you're asking if he's a beagle, absolutely. Now, he's also involved in a series of startups which are going to be released later this year. Now, not only has he been part of St. Mary's and development, but he's so grateful for these amazing education and experience, not to mention, again, graduating from St. Mary's University. Now, John is looking to be a service to the local community through delivery of digital strategies and mentorship. But I would like to take a point of privilege to make sure that you know this about him, which I'm going to share. John has over 18 years of experience in developing custom apps and building development teams. So they're also implementing conversation processes into a global organization. Now, he founded his own agency because he cares deeply about bringing and getting those results for his clients who are needing that more attention through a smaller community, such as entrepreneurs, e-commerce owners, and a small to medium-sized business. Talk about specializing and caring about his customers. Now, he formed Dryden Labs so that he could dedicate those skills that I just mentioned, his drive, his leadership, and networking to make sure that he is helping his awesome clients grow their business through digital marketing strategies that actually work. And I'm telling you, he's bringing it. But today, the mission of Dryden Labs is to deliver a trusted digital strategy powered by people who care. Now, he believes that those who work hard and deliver their businesses should be online with a presence that reflects just that. John, absolutely. I can see why you're here. So tell us and walk us through, because you're going to give us a personal tour on how Buy Local, Grow SA really works?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Juanita, for that amazing introduction. I greatly appreciate all those kind words and that intro. To the community, it's absolutely a pleasure to be here. I've been a part of the Maestro organization for over 4 years. Today, we're really happy to present the work we've put together as an organization, and this mission and the mission that the Maestro stands for, it is ever so dear to me because it does align with my mission, which is to add value to the local community. It's to empower business owners. We know how tough it is as business owners to get started. The Maestro organization by far has the absolute best resources and the most amazing team that's helping drive innovation in the local business and even SMB community here locally in San Antonio. So I just want to personally say how honored I am to be here with you this morning. What an absolute privilege it's been to work with the team to develop the application that we're going to present to you this morning, which I have no doubt is only going to grow and get bigger and better. So, you know, we have
John,
some features we're going to highlight today as well. Yeah, please.
John, how did you develop that relationship? How long have you known the Maestro Center? And how did you become there?
Yeah, sure. So the first, the really who Lisa and I worked to, served together on the board at St. Mary's, and that was kind of the beginning of our relationship and kind of just getting highlighted to the Maestro Center. Then the cohort program was really the first time that I began to really get introduced to the impact that the Maestro Center is having in the local community. So about 4 years ago, I was invited to be a presenter at the first cohort on websites, technology, how to get started using technology in your business is what we spoke about. It really just kind of, again, it just highlighted the value that's being added to the community. I love that type of dialogue, and I think that's where Maestro as an organization and its leadership were really in alignment. The business to business dialogue is why I love entrepreneurship so much, and these are the same things that I believe the team at Maestro also thrives on, right? Solving problems with each individual business owner, helping them align with what's important to them and what resources they have. They're really, for the folks who haven't experienced yet the power of the Maestro organization in the services available, I really want to invite you to first get on the website and register, which is what today's all about. Of course, we're going to show you what the website's doing behind the scenes, but the real value is, get on the website and we're going to show you how to do that, but also get down to the center, look at the resources they have, both with office space, they have a commercial kitchen, they have leasing available, right? But they also just have so many people who are dedicated to your success, right? And so many people are going to be dedicated to hearing your story and also connecting you with others. That's really what this is all about. And in the entrepreneurial journey, it can be, you're putting yourself out there, you're putting your flag in the ground. And I'm speaking as a small business owner to the other small business owners. And at times, as you get through the first couple of years, it could begin to feel like a lonely journey at times. And it really isn't when you have the reach back support of a strong community behind you, like what the Maestros put together. So, the first cohort's how we got our relationship kicked off. And then after that, we've stayed engaged, over the years.
Talk about firsthand experience, and I can definitely hear the passion and the excitement of continuing that relationship. And as it was groomed and developed, and as our favorite word is incubate, but let's share with the community what the Maestro Center really has brought to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So folks, again, it's an honor to be here, and we're kind of jump in to highlight today, just to kind of go over what we're going to share is, first, I'm just going to highlight a few features on the front end of the website, and then we are going to dive in deep to really into Buy Local, Grow SA. So we're going to talk about the features. I'm going to show you all the dashboard, etc. So to just kind of carry on with the discussion, as you can see my screen, I'm showing the maestrocenter.org. On the front end of this website are tons of resources available, right? You're going to get to learn more about the Maestro Center. You're going to get to learn more about Buy Local Grow SA, which we're going to highlight. But also you can get a real quick snapshot of what they're all about, the different services offered. You can learn about the incubation program, the different amenities that are available, all the virtual office space, the individual office space. You could call them and get a tour of their commercial kitchen, which is available for rent and lease. But and beyond just some of those services, I want to make sure we highlight the podcasts, the webinars like this. All these podcasts, these webinars, these resources are all available almost real time on the website. So I really want to invite you all to go to the website, get familiar with where these resources are at. Podcasts, personally, for me, are a great way to absorb content. So I want to invite you to get on there and listen to these. And also another cool feature that's available is our local business directory. You could go, this is publicly available. It allows you to get a snapshot of all the businesses in the local area that are registered. And each of those businesses have their own profile on Buy Local Grow SA, which this becomes publicly available. What we're going to discuss today is you as a business owner, one, how you can register to get your local business on Buy Local Grow SA, how it can be featured. But two, if you haven't registered or you are registered, we're going to show you what to do after you've registered. Once you're in the system, we're going to show you exactly how to get the most out of this. And one thing I want to take away, I want you all to take away from this meeting is there is a huge marketing opportunity for every business owner and organization on this call today. And it really has to do with this local directory. So we're going to dive into that. I'm going to kind of share with you all our next steps at the end of this call, what I would do and what we need to do as a business owner to get the most out of this. So these are all things available on the front end of the website. And when I say front end of the website, for those who are familiar with that term, what I'm saying is these are publicly available pages. So all this information that I talked about, the podcast and this local directory, you don't even need to be a member to see these things, to see the impact Maestro's having. But if you want to get the most out of the website, it's really important that you register to Buy Local Grow SA, which is what today is all about. So I'm going to take a few minutes just to show you, first of all, you want to go to maestrocenter.org. And once you get there, you're going to want to click on, in this top hand corner, I'm currently logged in, but you're going to want to click on the Buy Local link, which is going to take you to this Buy Local page. And right here is the registration button. That's where you're going to want to click to register, which we'll cover in a moment. But you can use this page to get an idea of all the features that are within Buy Local Grow SA. So here's just a few of them. There's many more coming, but simply put, Buy Local Grow SA is going to be a great way for you to spotlight your organization, connect with other business organizations, local business through the local business directory, which is going to allow you to follow other businesses and directly message other businesses through this website. It's fantastic. And also, you're going to get all the free webinars, podcasts, resources, and training, which we're going to review once we get inside. Even further, today we're going to highlight a new feature. There's contract opportunities available now on the platform. It's new, so the opportunities will be populated over the next month, but you have two unique resources here. One, what we've done as an organization is we've highlighted all the different local agencies that have large contracts available for small, medium, and large businesses. Also, you as a business owner, if you have needs, you're able to use the new features of this website to highlight what your business needs are. So for example, we're looking for someone who does printing, actual printing of brochures and business cards, things like that. I can post that as an opportunity, something that my business is looking for, right? So those are things to be mindful of. Also, as I highlighted, you can connect with other local businesses, directly message them, get access to other events and webinars. So with that being said, those are the things you get once inside. It's also important to highlight who's inside. So what you can see is underneath the business directory is a local impact page. This is just a high level overview of the makeup of the businesses that are already registered. We're quickly approaching the couple hundred business registration mark, which means there's a huge opportunity there. We're going to be doing a really big push to get thousands of businesses registered here, which is coming, and more are coming each day, each week. But what you can do here is go to the impact page and see what is the makeup of these businesses. And first of all, you want to make sure your business is represented there, but you want to use this to see what other businesses you might be able to partner with, connect with, or serve, right? And so you could see there's multiple utility, construction, manufacturing, retail. You could even get an idea of real estate or professional services, right? So you can see this is the business makeup of businesses registered, and you get an idea of the business structure. You see a lot of sole proprietorships. You also see a lot of LLCs. So this kind of will tell you, hey, 31% of these folks are, if you're feeling like a small business, well, guess what? A lot of these sole proprietorships are also small business. If you're looking for medium and large size businesses, well, we have corporations and LLCs also inside this mix. So just to speak to, there's something for everyone in here, regardless of the size of business you are. Also, it's really important that we highlight all of our various business classifications, disadvantaged businesses, and different business certifications that might be important either for your organization to be represented, but also that also might highlight specific opportunities that are available. So you can see we have a variety of different business classifications and different businesses with certifications, whether it be small business certification, a women-owned, Hispanic-owned, a service-disabled veteran business-owned organization. These are all really, really important depending on the type of business you're in. And it's also important to highlight your business. So Buy Local Grow SA is going to really allow you, it is the platform, we built it, we're engineering it to be the platform to highlight your business and to get featured and connect with these other businesses. That's a really kind of an overview of what we're about to jump into. Once I want to highlight briefly just the registration page. The registration page, for those who have not registered, it's 22 questions long. It might seem like a lot. It literally would take you just 3 to 5 minutes to complete. And what we're asking here for and why this is so important is the data we capture in the registration, the survey, it's actually used to help populate your profile. And that data dynamically feeds all of our other high-level reports that we share with the city so we can kind of measure and evaluate the impact we're having. So the survey, although 22 questions long, is very impactful. It allows Maestro to better meet the city's needs, the needs of the local business community, but it also allows us to give you more tools once you get inside to connect with other businesses in a more meaningful way. Before we jump into the dashboard and start showing all the features, Juanita, are there any points that I didn't cover, or is there anything you think I should highlight before we jump on further?
John, you're really tracking perfectly because it's such a smooth journey that you're taking us on. I definitely understand. Very easy to navigate. The other thing too is, ladies and gentlemen, it's in Spanish as well. So that's another area that we've taken into consideration that is extremely important, because in the event that that's not your first language, we've taken that into consideration. The other thing too is we're looking, if you have a question, the staff is so approachable and so willing to answer your questions. And if we don't have the answers, we go within our own businesses to get those answers.
I agree. Thank you, Juanita. That is a great reminder. Right here is a drop down on the top of the website. It can be used anytime on any page. You just simply click from English to Spanish, and everything is translated right there on the page for you throughout the entire website. Also, Juanita, you bring up a good point. We are here to serve. If you're going through this website and you have recommendations or just things you would like to see get more of, please shoot us an email. We're on the lookout for that kind of feedback, and we're always here to make improvements to the system at large. So, okay, with that being said, what I want to highlight is let's jump into what we're here for. The power of Buy Local, Grow SA. So in this scenario, for those who've registered, you've already seen this page. For those who haven't registered, here's what to expect. After you complete the survey, all the surveys are going to be manually reviewed and approved. So you'll be manually approved. Once you are approved, you'll get an email with access to this website. Upon logging in, this is the first page you're going to see. It's the dashboard page. And what we've tried to do, it's always been a work in progress, but what we're trying to do is give you a quick list of getting started steps here, right here. And they're all clickable, right? They're all right here. Very easy for you to review. And what we're going to do here in a moment is we're going to go through each one of these. We're going to talk about each of the features so you get the most out of it. So the very first thing you're going to want to do when you get registered is you're going to want to update your business information. So you click the link, it simply takes you here. And what you could see is you could change your background image here, right? Just by click it, change cover photo or remove, or you could change your logo here. Some people put their own personal photo, which is great, or you could put your own company logo. Both are fine. And then you want to go ahead and add a little description here and just slide on down. A lot of the data that you put inside of your survey will be populated here. But here's where you're going to want to review all your business information and just make sure that it's all correct. Obviously, we're reviewing my profile, so I'm just going down, cross-checking all the details here. There is a little important feature here, which is the update your business map location. This is right here, and it does need to be done in order to properly be kind of shown on the front end of the website. So just check that address right there, and then go on down and check your social media links. So for example, and this was kind of by design, you'll see that my Facebook profile link is complete, but my Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram are not. So all I'm gonna do is just scroll down to the bottom of my website, and I'm gonna copy those links and bring them on over, right? And this is kind of the whole goal of setting up your page. You wanna just have this information available to you, copy and paste it from your website as you need. And just by doing so, right, you can update the profile here and it'll all save real time, which we're going to do. But before I update the profile, I want to highlight one new feature. This is a new feature. So for folks who have registered, this is a slightly updated feature. What we've done with the NAICS and NIGB codes is, and we'll update those acronyms there, is we've made them searchable fields. So you used to have to kind of like just type in the digits, this kind of thing. But now if you just type in the first digit of your NAICS code or NIGB codes, now you're going to see a drop-down list. And now you can actually be really specific about all of your NAICS codes, right? And so that's just a new feature to make it a little easier to apply your NAICS code. So with that being said, I'll update my profile here. And now you'll get an idea on this page. After the profile has been updated, you'll be able to see how my profile looks to others, right? So anyone who comes to view the Dryden Labs profile and Buy Local, Grow SA will be able to see all these details there. So that's the very first step. Make sure you get your business information updated. Make sure you check your map location. add your profile image, add your banner, and now you're ready to network officially on Buy Local Grow SA. So once those first 4 steps are done, we just walked through, the next thing I want you to do is search the business directory and start connecting with other businesses. This is, to me, right here on this call, this is, I think, the biggest opportunity that exists on Buy Local Grow SA today for every size business. And the reason why is there's only hundreds of people on this platform right now, which means you could get a lot of visibility for your business by connecting with like-minded folks. So what you could do is go through here and start following and friending the businesses that you might have a good connection with or you want to learn more about. So let me I'm not familiar with let's say Duran Industries, let's say. I'm going to go ahead and check them out. Let's see what they're all about. Here's their profile page. And now I have the opportunity to learn a little bit more about them. So on duranco.com, I'm going to pull up their website. We'll see that it's loading. We'll give it a minute. And while that's loading, I'm also going to see what other information I can find out about them. Okay, looks like they're in Richardson. Okay, great. So what I might do is now their website maintenance and repair operations. Great. So now I know a little bit about them. I'm going to go ahead and add them as a friend. And I'm also going to message them directly. And I'm just going to say, hey, Duran Industries, I'm new to Buy Local Grow SA and thought it would be great for us to connect, right? And what I would literally do is spend an entire day, and I would do that 100 times. And when there are 1,000 people on the platform, I would do this 1,000 times to the folks that are most meaningful for you, because this is a direct way to get communication with folks running the organizations locally or throughout Texas, as some of those organizations might get added. And now Duran has actually received 2 emails from me. They received one that I sent a friend request and another that I sent them a direct message. And now I could just kind of go on and connect with other businesses. You can also see the power of having your profile update. If you do those first 4 steps, look at LPSM. Look how beautiful that looks, right? If you just take the time to update your profile, add that banner image, those kinds of things, it really allows your page to stand out. And they went ahead and added their social media profile links. So those are there as well. So I just think this is a big opportunity for every business. Juanita, what do you think? Is that a pretty good overview of folks, how they should get started?
Well, I definitely agree, because just getting the basics is great. You're getting registered, you're getting in there. But taking that extra detail, adding the social media, because on several of the other, podcasts and webinars that we had, that was one of the things that emphasized. Constantly going in and updating, reconnecting with people, developing those relationships. And here's another good example. Que Bonita Crafts. They put their social media, but what I'm noticing about this site, John, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that it always funnels back to your web link. Is that correct? Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. Like everything here, this Buy Local Grow SA is one part now of your digital strategy, right? Having a profile is just one part. And now you're also getting to connect your website link and social media. So for those who don't have a website, that's okay. Put your Facebook and it'll be highlighted there and people connect with you. Vice versa. If you have a website and not social media, that's fine. If you have all of it, that's fine, right? And this is just an enhancement of your overall business profile. For those on the call that are more technical in nature or familiar with SEO, there's also a very huge benefit. Maestro Center is a .org organization. And for those who are familiar with more advanced SEO techniques, just having a link from Maestro Center pointing to your website adds SEO value. That means that Google sees you more as an authoritative source. I won't go too off on a technical tangent there, but it is just an important extra feature and highlight worth noting. Also kind of going back to the My Account page here, what I think is another really, really important feature that's directly related to your profile and something you could do is you could add new promotions. So adding promotions is really key, because if I want to add a promotion and I can say, hey, I'm just going to call this test promotion, $100 off all services, this kind of thing. And then I could pick a start date today, and I could just, let's run it to the end of the month. And I'll just put, please contact us for this amazing special. We'll just kind of keep it simple like that. And I'm just going to simply put a link to my website, but you could see, you could add an image, you could add a link directly to a landing page. You add it, now it's associated with your profile. You could view and edit it here. And if I go back to the business directory, which is open in one of these tabs, if I go back to the business directory and I find my name, let's go ahead and find it, Dryden, and there's Dryden Labs. And look, here's my view promotion, right? You could see my promotion right here. It's highlighted on Buy Local Grow SA. You could also see when we searched, you could see how my profile looks. You see the banner image, you see the background image, you see the logo, you see how many followers, how many friends, my promotions, all my social media links. So see, just by taking, 30 minutes to update this profile, your profile is going to stand out in a much more meaningful and professional way on the directory. And I think that's going to be meaningful, especially in the months to come as more and more people register.
I
Yeah.
do like the other thing too I wanted to emphasize that you brought to my attention is there's a uniformity to everyone's being presented. To me, that signifies equality at this organization. You bring value because you're able to be registered and know where you're going to be able to be located. I like the fact that you emphasize the search feature, because sometimes I forget and I'm strolling through everything, strolling a mile away, and then there's my feature. I often forget that. So thank you for emphasizing.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, of course, you could just search, find the folks you want to search. You can message them again, just to highlight that. You can see all the other available information. So
John,
yes.
John, do we have any financial institutions registered on there, like maybe Frost Bank, Wells Fargo? Can we search for like maybe Frost Bank?
Let's see who is on there. Let's see who we have. And if we don't, we will be sure to reach out to those folks to make sure that they are on. So Frost, currently not on. Wells Fargo, no profiles just yet. So we will reach out to like our bigger partners and make sure that they all have strong representation there.
Well, I know that they've been great community partners, so I would love to be able to see those kind of partners and resources on the site and registered. Because I know, well, here's the other thing too, is we've been able to have these type of conversations on these webinars. Great community supporters, great information that they presented. I'd love to be able to see, see them on Buy Local Grow SA.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that's a good highlight. So one thing is many of y'all may know on the call or have experienced is we're making iterative enhancements to the platform, and something we're about to highlight today is a brand new feature. It's the enhanced procurement opportunity feature. We're about to jump into that. But along with that new enhancement that was just rolled out over the last couple of weeks, now is our big push to get these bigger partners involved, because these bigger partners not only have resources and can share lessons learned and add tremendous value to the local community, but also but they also have opportunities, procurement opportunities. So last week, VIA did a webinar on Friday highlighting their various opportunities. So we're working closely with VIA and others to really highlight what's going on and make that easily accessible to all. And in fact, just briefly, let me go ahead and delete this test promotion. I'm going to delete that. There you go. You can see now that's there. I'm going to go back to my profile. I'm going to highlight two other things and then we'll jump into the procurement section. Is obviously you could check out, before we jump into the procurement, you could check out events that are coming up and you could view also recorded webinars. So you're going to want to go through this and take a point to go through and view all these old webinars and find the topics that are most meaningful to you in your organization, and you could just jump on there real time. And you know, I would say there's a lot of gold in here, lots of gold in these webinars. Depending on the size of business you are, where you're at in your business, I think you could easily spend a couple hours going through and listening to these old lesson webinars and get a tremendous amount of value.
Well, the simplicity of, you know, that travel time, sometimes we have the travel time. If you're at home, because right now with our children at home, I know a lot of business owners are at home, taking the time to invest their time into their children. You know, when you put on an earbud and you're listening, because you know those quarters, every quarter there's opportunities, fiscal year or calendar year, you know, that's pre-planning. So very good point, John. Very good point.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, there's two other features I want to highlight. These are probably the biggest. One, well, and there is more, but one I want to highlight are procurement agencies. So there's two sections. Let me take a minute to step back. There are two sections under my procurement opportunities. This is how we set it up currently. Procurement agencies is all about highlighting the local agencies that we believe have the opportunities that directly impact and benefit the local community. And so what we've done here, and many of them are our partners, so what we've done here is highlighted the city of San Antonio, VIA, SAWS, Port SA, Brook City Base, Bear County, HEB, right? Everyone here that you really need to know who's who, they're on this list. So if these organizations are new or you don't know much about them, we really want you to take the time to learn about each one of these organizations. Take the time to click into each one of them and you'll see it's pretty plain, but the information is powerful because what you need to know is this direct link to the procurement details and this direct link to the procurement opportunities. And you're going to want to go to these pages and you're going to want to know how they conduct business. What Maestro's doing is they're bridging the gap between these opportunities and how you get to these opportunities. A lot of small businesses just aren't aware of, you might have heard of VIA, you might know that they have opportunities that your business is a good fit for, but having that and bridging the gap to get awareness in VIA, to know how do they conduct business and how do you properly submit a bid? Because you could have the qualifications, but not know how to properly submit a bid. And that might be holding you back in your business. Maestro's they're that bridge between the opportunity and how you get there. So we want to make sure you highlight that you take time to get familiar with all those organizations. But we also want to make sure that you're just kind of thinking about who you want to get highlighted with and reach out to Maestro to see, how they can connect you with some of these opportunities. The new feature that I'm really thrilled to highlight is the opportunity section. This is a new enhancement, really was just kind of finalized, as I said, over the last couple of weeks, and it is live. So what you're going to be able to do with the new opportunity section is this. One, you're going to be able to view opportunities that are available in the local community. These opportunities can be from small business owners like myself or large agencies all the way up to the Department of Defense. So we're working with everyone to make sure that every local opportunity is available on the website. Two is you're going through, is the database is populated with more opportunities, and you're going to have the opportunity to express your interest in each opportunity. So what does that mean? That means that as you see a dozen opportunities, if you're interested in a few of them, you're going to want to track them to put you're interested as a prime contractor or a sub, and now it's going to show up in your profile. You don't have to worry about where the link was. You don't have to worry about saving that data. Our portal has been designed to keep all that data in-house for you. Also, you're going to be able to post your own opportunities. So you can add an opportunity or a special announcement, which we're going to cover, and then you can obviously manage those opportunities. You can update them, you can delete them, etc. All that's available now underneath the portal. So first and foremost, I'm just going to click on View Opportunities. This is all just getting warmed up. So over the next few weeks, be checking back because we're going to get more opportunities populated here.
Absolutely.
And what you're going to be able to do is search by opportunities, one, just by viewing them, two, by the NAICS codes that apply to your business specifically, and by the business industry or the business classification. That's the filtering we've made available. So if as opportunities come available and they are connected to specific set-asides, what type of classification your business is, or specific NAICS or NIGP codes, you're going to be able to log in and actually find those opportunities that are most relevant to you. This is all powered by the data that's input in. So you'll see one tab here for announcements. General announcements are going to be announcements about upcoming events, or maybe just announcements that opportunities are going to be released in the next quarter. This is kind of how that will work. Underneath opportunities, these are actual opportunities. These are where your RFIs, RFPs, RFQs, right? The request for information, request for proposal, or request for quote. Those type of opportunities are going to be tucked underneath here, and they're going to be underneath opportunities. I said, is those opportunities and announcements are closed, they'll be here in the closed category for a period of 30 days. This is just a way for us to highlight so you might be aware of what opportunities may come or gone, this kind of thing. It's just important to kind of know that level of detail. So be checking back over the next couple of weeks. We'll be populating this more with real opportunities that are going to have a direct impact on your business and provide you with a unique opportunity to grow. Also, as you go ahead and select those interested opportunities, they'll show up here. So right now mine's blank, but as I add myself to opportunities, they're going to be very clearly visible there. And you can also add opportunities. This is a very cool feature, regardless of the size business you are. So if you're attending this webinar and you're a small business, you can simply add a new opportunity announcement. But if you're a large organization or an agency with tons of opportunities, we make it really accessible for you to import opportunities. So what you could do is you could hit add opportunity. You could determine whether you're an agency, a local agency, a small business, or medium-sized business like myself, or if it's a DoD opportunity. You kind of select which one of those is the right bucket for your opportunity, and then you complete the data. You put your project name, you could go ahead and put a solicitation number, 001. You could select the office it applies to, a link to your website, maybe where more official announcements are at, a description, right? You could select the type of notice. Is it a solicitation, sources sought, special notice? You could select a budget if you like to put a budget there. You could put when is this due, right? That's all available here, as well as if a set aside applies or not. And also all the NAICS codes, the NIGP codes, right? Certifications. We provide a lot of detail here for you, the business or the organization, so that all the procurement details is basically spelled out. So once you put your contact information, etc. So you could fill it out on a one-by-one basis here, and submit that opportunity and it'll be created, or you can import the opportunities. And what we've done is we've created a special CSV file for each type of opportunity. So that's important. You're going to want to download the file that's specific to you. You're going to want to populate that CSV file with all the opportunities, all the fields that apply to you. Then you import it, and then all the opportunities will go ahead and post. And so that's basically how that works. It'll be live, it'll be available for all, and everyone will be able to show their interest and apply to the opportunity in that way. So this is really one capability we're really excited about, because we do feel that it's going to just add a tremendous amount of value and insight to what's happening in the local area. For a small and medium-sized business, a contract with a local agency or the government, that could be the turning point for your business.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you feel like you're not large enough to go after some of these contracts, let's say, then this platform, what Maestro Center's done with Buy Local Grow SA and the partners, is this platform is going to allow you to see the opportunities to team up with others to go after opportunities. So if you're a construction cleaning business, or you have a service that serves a bigger part of a whole, like you do one part of construction but not the whole project, you could go through, find all construction projects. You'll be able to see who's interested as a prime for those contracts, and then use our platform to directly message them and see if there's partnering opportunities. This is the vision we've had for this portal from the beginning, and we feel like as of today, right now, we're excited to announce that this is really ready for us to help you conduct business in a much larger way. Juanita, what do you think? Have we missed any points with that?
Well, I do want to emphasize on this one, and I know you're probably already getting to it, so maybe I'm jumping ahead, but there's also a calendar. And one of the things that, we've had the pleasure of being able to do is Maestro's Friday forecast. Now, if you go look at my procurement opportunities under the agencies, the Maestro Center is focusing on having these agencies come and present. So you're going to learn firsthand. And we've had the pleasure already of being able to have CPS Energy on here. VIA was this past Friday. And you've been able to actually create these links for these agencies to really emphasize what they have. Because what I discovered, being able to be here with the Maestro Center, is that there are so many different levels that sometimes they don't even go to solicitation because they have certain criteria that don't require a solicitation for the micro as well as the small businesses. Now, we've often used the word small, but then there's also a micro business. And John, you were very enthusiastic at the fact that when you first established your relationship, now that you're also a business owner on Buy Local Grow SA, when you first initiated Dryden Labs, I'm sure you started out as a micro, grew to a small, now you're a mid-size. That is just, the steps of progression that I see that Maestro Center is working towards. Is that our focus, right?
That 100%. And this is what it's all about, because the more your business grows, the more you could fulfill your mission. Most business owners, I find, this is so true. Most business owners don't start a business to really make money. That's like later down the road. Most of us here as small business owners, especially the micro business owners, I'm kind of speaking to you guys, we're here because we see an opportunity to have a bigger impact in our family and those around us. I feel like that's the driver. That's the big why. It was my big why. I saw some opportunities. I knew I was good at my craft, and I knew there was a market fit. But I wanted to jump out on my own because I also knew I could have a bigger impact on those around me, directly my family, directly to the community, and then it grows from there. And I think Maestro is the facilitator for that growth. I think they're a huge catalyst for that growth. It'll help you connect the dots. And then these resources, and each of these organizations, it's actually, the Maestro Centers helped me realize how approachable these organizations are, right?
Absolutely.
These folks are here to help you. It's their mission. Each one of these organizations here on this page, it's their mission to help you grow as well. And so I think Maestro has just done a fantastic job of bridging the gap and making, access to these opportunities more readily available.
I think one of the perfect words to use here is protege, right? What I'm noticing, a lot of these agencies, they don't straight out say that, they've got a protege program, but they really create an environment to where they're instructing you and guiding you and giving you the resources. And you're able to have that one-on-one conversations with some of these departments that say, okay, this is what it looks like. These are the questions that we're asking for. These are the certs. And you're absolutely right. With the Maestro Entrepreneur Center, bridging that gap, but also doing that translation of vocabulary, because some of the issue is the vocabulary. How do we apply some of this terminology to really, solidify their existence and understanding on what's being brought to them?
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's a great point. And to reemphasize, if you're stuck with any of the features, if you're stuck at any point in the process to getting the benefits of this program, whether it's the registration or you're registered and you're stuck with a profile thing, or you're just not sure the next step, please call or email the Maestro Center. We're very responsive. If it's related to the website, I'll be looking at it. If it's related to getting you connected to a resource, the team behind this platform is here for you. They're all dedicated to serve. So the only other feature I hadn't really highlighted that I want to just take a moment is, one, you can quickly see all the different profile features that are available. So these are all your standard profile settings, notifications, any sort of orders. That's for later as we make like e-commerce features available. But one is the team members. So you as an organization can go ahead and add your team members, and they'll be able to help you manage your account. So you just simply create your profile, but then go ahead and add your team members, and they'll be able to help you keep up to date with everything. Also, you're going to want to go through and look at all the other resources we have for workforce development, right? For job placement agencies. What we're doing here is it's just, it might seem like, oh, it's just links, but what this platform has done really well, it's consolidated information that is not easily accessible at all times. What we're doing is we're saying, hey, if you're a business owner and you're interested in workforce development, these are the folks you need to know who's who, right? Job placement agencies, the same sort of thing. These are the folks you need to know the who's who in the community, right? That can make things available. So all these features are available. Go through, check out all the links. Of course, let us know if we could do anything better to improve your experience or help you connect with other business owners. But I do believe, and I'm surprised we actually kept on time. I do think
We have time.
concludes a lot of our demonstration, and we could certainly open it up for any questions, answers, or if people have live feedback on the platform and things we could do to improve. We're all ears.
Well, you heard it. Here's your opportunity. Ask John a question directly. And if you're already registered in there, go back in, because we've provided you with some new improvements, new characters. Stay focused and re-update your links. So any questions? We have John Nana here to be able to provide those answers, and we're excited about it because you can tell he's definitely ready to go, because he's here to make sure that you understand how it's going to benefit you. Let's see what we have. He says, Justin says, thank you, John, for your presentation. Justin, absolutely. Now, is there any other questions? If not, that's okay. Because remember, you can get this information again through our webinars and our podcasts. And worst case scenario, email us. And Sabrina, what's the link that we can email those questions to? She's going to provide them for you on the chat box, because we want to make sure that you always have a direct link to any of our staff members here. No questions? John, that means you did an impeccable job presenting this information.
Fantastic. I saw Justin just chimed in. Will there be any networking events coming up? I think I will highlight, but I want, please, Juanita or Madi, anybody jump in here. I think that most of the events right now are virtual, but Juanita or Madi, could you speak to that? Are there any other virtual events coming up or things we should be aware of?
Now, as you know, for Webinar Wednesdays, we actually have the auditorium that's available to people who come in, of course, using social distancing. We do at this time are more towards the web and Zoom and live Facebook for the safety of our community partners and all those that we're supporting. However, using social distances, you can't come in and view the live webinar at the Maestro Center.
Very cool. Very cool. And yeah, and also Justin, please be on the lookout for more networking events is they're coming back. The one other thing, if you're not registered, once you register, you're also going to get emailed on webinars, events, special speaking events with the procurement agencies we just highlighted. So that's another reason why just registering on Buy Local Grow SA alone has so much value, just because of the emails you're going to get to be on top of these opportunities.
Well, I see that we don't have any more wait a minute, wait. I'm wrong. It says, no, it says, awesome presentation. Thanks for the information. I just registered a few minutes ago. Thank you. And I'm waiting to be approved now. And that is from Tony.
Awesome.
See, 5 minutes. So
thank you, Tony.
absolutely. It's always a pleasure to be able to have someone who's so passionate, John. And I know your schedule is so busy, especially focusing on your clients, because I know that you're very one-on-one. And just wonderful to be able to have you, and that you took the time to educate us and share with the community some of the great improvements and where we can actually locate them. But again, I want to emphasize that, Buy Local Grow SA, it's here to inform you about, it's a one-stop website of resources for small businesses. Now, with Buy Local Grow SA, it's a platform designed for business owners like yourself. And as you heard, it takes about 5 minutes to register. We had Tony, confirmation, just registered. He's waiting for his approval as we speak. But once you're registered and you're approved, you're able to unlock a whole new way of doing business here in San Antonio. And again, if you're looking at the link, Sabrina will go to it and show you. Always, you could always, worst case scenario, take your camera, hover over the QR code, and it'll take you directly to it. Not only is it in English, but it's also in Spanish. The other thing too is, as you can tell, that when you're going to the link, we want you to learn more about the Maestro Center. And as you learn more about the Maestro Center, you're going to learn about, the resources that are located there, the spaces, the availability. Call and register and be able to make that scheduled appointment, because as you're going to the link, you're going to be able to see our Facebook, our Instagram, all of our social media, such as Twitter. And when you're talking about a professional presence, right? LinkedIn, you're able to do other opportunities through LinkedIn. And again, if for some reason you miss this webinar and even going live on Facebook, we've got it presented through our podcast, as John demonstrated. And you can go through the center for the maestrocenter.org. Again, if for some reason you missed this webinar, not a worries. We're on 7 different platforms on podcast. We want to make sure it's easily accessible to you. that it's always at your fingertip and when it's convenient for you. But remember, we're grateful to have you, and we're very thankful to have you here. But we're also very thankful to our sponsors who have helped make this possible. HEB, the City of San Antonio, the Economic Development Department, Wells Fargo, and most importantly, all of you and our supporters who make it possible for us to have these resources for our small businesses. But don't leave us. Give us a few minutes as we get ready to transition into the Spanish version, because we're here to support our community, not just on one platform, but on several others. Give us a minute as we transition into Spanish. Thank you, John. And John will be joining us on the Spanish version as well. Bienvenidos a todos a Webinar Wednesday. Como siempre, es tan gran oportunidad poder presentar información y recursos aquí para Webinar Wednesday. Hoy vamos a presentar sobre la información de Buy Local Grow SA, un sede de recursos comerciales. Pero a comenzar, como siempre, les presento la información sobre Buy Local Grow SA. Como es un sitio web de recursos para pequeñas empresas, para ustedes que hacen negocio aquí en San Antonio. Pero hoy vamos a presentar más información con más details para poder asegurar que entienden cómo poder registrarse y usar Buy Local Grow SA como otra vía para hacer negocio aquí en San Antonio. Pero como siempre, queremos dar gracias a los que los apoyan. Gracias a nuestros patrocinadores que ayudan a hacer esto posible. Can we move to the next one? Que es HEB, la ciudad de San Antonio, el Departamento de Desarrollo Económico, Wells Fargo, y a todos los que los apoyan a hacer la misión de poder presentar recursos para nuestras pequeñas empresas. Pero lo que vamos a presentar hoy es el señor John Nana. Como se nota en la información enfrente, es fundador, estrategia digital de Dryden Labs, LLC. Es un miembro de la Junta de Maestro Entrepreneur Center, y si están notando la información que se presenta enfrente. Pero John se movió a San Antonio, Texas, después de estar en St. Louis, Missouri, donde vino a asistir a la Universidad de St. Mary's en 1999. Estudió sistemas de información de gestión de negocios, donde él encontró su pasión para tecnología y los negocios. Después de graduarse de la Universidad de St. Mary's, llenó una serie de funciones de organizaciones en crecimiento. Esta pasión incluye diseñador de sitios web, desarrollador de principal, director de proyectos y para asesor del Departamento de Defensa con estrategias de tomar el desarrollo de la aplicación móviles de la arquitecta de la nube. Ha enseñado por tecnología de servicio de más, y el mover a crear a Dryden Labs fue una vocación natural, con alimentos de sus compañeros y su familia, e incluso su empleador anterior. John comenzó Dryden Labs LLC en el marzo de 2015. Dryden Labs ofrece estrategias digitales con confianza, impulsada por personas que se preocupan. En su tiempo libre, John le encanta hacer caminatas con su esposa Silvia, y también se graduó de St. Mary's University, y con su perro Snoopy. Y sí, su perro es un beagle. También participa en una serie de negocios de inicio que se lanza desde finales de este año, y también agradecido por una increíble educación y experiencia con St. Mary's University. John está buscando series de servicio a la comunidad local a través de entregar de estrategias digitales y tutorías. Now, quiero tomar un momento en punto porque John tiene más de 18 años de experiencia en desarrollando aplicaciones personalizadas, creando equipos de desarrollo, implementando procesos de conversación de organización globales también. Pero también John fundó su propia agencia porque él tenía preocupación para poder profundizar y tener oportunidades de resultados para sus clientes para poder darles más atención personales y más en una comunidad de pequeños empresarios y propietarios de comercio electrónicos y pequeñas y medianas empresas. Now, John formó Dryden Labs porque él quería poder dedicarse a sus habilidades, impulso y liderar en una red a ayudar a sus clientes que son más presentados a hacer creer sus negocios con estrategias de marketing digital que puedan funcionar. Incluso en este día, la misión de Dryden Labs es ofrecer estrategias digitales con confianza impulsadas por personas que se preocupan. John cree que otros que trabajan tan duros que pueden entregar y llevarles a presentar a sus negocios, también a tener una presencia en línea que refleja eso mismo. Gracias, John, por estar aquí presentados, pero en este momento se va a presentar Leslie para poder presentar la información en español.
Bienvenidos al seminario web de hoy. Mi nombre es Leslie Rangel, soy la directora de programas por maestro y serviré como traductora para Janana. Janana desarrolló la aplicación juntos con maestro y se cree mucho en la misión de maestro. Gracias, Jan, por todo. Quiero empezar por presentar quiénes somos y lo que ofrece nuestros programas. Puede visitar nuestro sitio de web en maestrocenter.org. Maestro sirve como incubadora. Ofrecemos espacio de oficinas y instalaciones de cocina comercial. Cuando te registras en nuestro programa, recibas una lista gratuita en el directorio de negocios local. Otros recursos incluyen nuestros podcasts. Y puedes verlos ahí. Cada miércoles grabamos los seminarios y aquí están para ustedes por gratis. Ahora vamos a discutir una visión general del programa Buy Local, Grow SA. Comprar local, crecer SA. Es una iniciativa apoyando nuestros negocios locales. Queremos estimular el crecimiento de su negocio y animar a todos a comprar locales. Al registrar, y puedes registrar donde dice registre hoy, su negocio tiene acceso a recursos para pequeñas empresas, un base de datos de emprendedores como usted, así como la oportunidad de conectar y hacer crecer su red y negocio. Y todo es completamente gratis. Ok, y Maestro está muy orgulloso del impacto que tenemos aquí en nuestra comunidad, incluyendo industrias como construcción, fabricación, venta, utilidades, comercio y transporte. Eso es un chiquito porción de todo lo que hacemos aquí en nuestra comunidad. Okay.
Leslie, estoy notando que tenemos 171 empresas registradas.
Sí, eso es correcto. Y la verdad es que hay mucho más aquí en San Antonio y queremos que todos tienen la oportunidad de participar en nuestro programa. Y esa es la razón por Jan estar aquí, por usted, Juanita, por estar aquí con nosotros,
Claro.
hablando de todo lo bueno que hace Maestro.
So ya notaron, hay una invitación para que se registren a poder conocer otras empresas y a poder hacer sus negocios aquí en la ciudad de San Antonio.
Ok, y cuando registras por nuestro programa, vas a ver que hay 22 preguntas. Es posible que vas a pensar que eso es mucho, ¿verdad? Pero, ¿verdad? No te va a tardar mucho tiempo para completar esa registración y necesitamos esa información, es muy importante porque no solamente nosotros vamos a ver esa información, usted va a tener un perfil aquí en el sitio de Buy Local Grow SA. Con toda esa información que va a ser público para otros negocios y también clientes para ustedes en el futuro. So, déjame ver dónde estoy.
So,
Okay.
Leslie, están publicando la información cuando se registran inicial y cuando reciben la prueba de que ya tienen su sitio en el web de Buy Local Grow SA, se están presentando y les mandan un correo electrónico comunicándose con ellos.
Exacto, sí. Vas a recibir una invitación para ya completar su perfil. So, lo que puedes hacer es, o lo que necesitas hacer cuando recibes esa invitación, vas a revisar y actualizar la información de su empresa. Y puedes comenzar con su imagen de perfil. También puedes añadir tu imagen de banner y añadir los miembros de su equipo.
Okay.
Lo que es muy interesante de este sitio es que también puedes ver y puedes registrar su negocio localizado en San Antonio. Puedes ver todo la ciudad y puedes ver dónde está localizado su negocio y otros negocios que también están parte de nuestro programa. So, ahí puedes cambiar y poner su dirección. También lo que puedes hacer es algo muy importante para el sitio, es después de hacer esos cambios, ahora está listo para conectarse con otros negocios. Puedes añadir como amigos, puedes mandar mensajes, puede crecer su red aquí en la comunidad Negocios de San Antonio.
Pero estaba notando que dijiste la importancia de poner su dirección para que se pueda publicar dónde se pueden encontrar.
Sí. Sí, so puedes ir puedes ir a the directory. Go back. Puedes ir aquí en la mapa y puedes ver dónde está localizado todos los negocios y todas las conexiones que vas a tener aquí con nuestro sitio a registrar. Puedes ver. Es muy importante que pones lo más información que tienes sobre su negocio. Puedes poner su dirección de Facebook, también de Instagram, y va a servir como un comercial para usted, para su negocio, ¿verdad? Y es muy importante que pones toda la información de su compañía, de su negocio ahí.
Okay, ¿está bien?
Lo que también puedes hacer es, vas a tener acceso a eventos como esto de Wednesday Webinars, seminarios de web. También vas a tener acceso a los todos los eventos que tenemos aquí en Maestro, y como dijiste con el COVID, ahorita las cosas están cambiando cada día y nosotros estamos haciendo lo que necesitamos para proteger toda la gente y nosotros, pero vamos a tener más eventos por el Internet virtual. Ahí es donde estamos. También puedes revisar seminarios de web que hacemos en cada miércoles, que están grabados. Y lo que es... perdón.
No, también estaba anotando el calendario que presentan, ¿está bien?
Sí, the calendar. Perdón, alguien está ayudándome con
No te preocupes, no te preocupes. Por la razón que pregunto, porque otra cosa también que se está enfocando el Maestro Center es Maestro Center Friday Forecast. Y no quiero divertir otras ideas, pero están enfocándose en la manera de hacer, ¿cómo se dice? Procurement opportunities.
Adquisiciones, sí. Y eso es algo que puedes también ver en Grow, Buy Local, Grow SA. Can you go to the dashboard? And then the procurement opportunities. Ok, y ahora eso es lo que puedes ver aquí en esta parte del sitio. Puedes buscar agencias de adquisiciones. Puedes marcar y luego te va a dar todos los detalles que necesitas. Can you just click on it? Por ejemplo, con esto envía. Vas a ver qué son los procesos y qué necesitas. Y también lo tienen en español.
No, estoy viendo en español, alemán, coreano, vietnamés.
Dice español, pero nada está cambiando.
No te preocupes, no te preocupes. De muy segura ellos, apenas se los presentamos este pasado viernes y nos dieron oportunidad a poder hacerles preguntas directas y si notan van a estar en la seminario como dice Leslie y también en el podcast que estamos, bueno, no. Esas se tienen que registrar, ¿verdad que sí, Leslie?
Sí. Tienes que registrar por eso. Pero puedes ver, puedes buscar las agencias y también puedes ver las diferentes oportunidades. Si vamos para atrás al dashboard, vas a ver que dice oportunidades y dice ver oportunidades. Aquí puedes ver noticias, oportunidades y lo que están cerrado. Es algo que usted puede hacer por su negocio y puedes ver las oportunidades siendo rastreadas. Todos van a estar en su radar todo el tiempo.
Siempre vamos a poder notar los anuncios.
Exacto.
Y cuando se están preparando para presentar todas las reglas y la manera que se pueden aplicar.
Exacto.
Gracias.
Okay. Otro característica de este sitio es que puedes puedes poner anuncios y oportunidades por su compañía, por su negocio. Y también puedes revisar todas las oportunidades que otros negocios están poniendo aquí en el sitio.
Por ejemplo, si estoy presentando un nuevo producto o servicios, ahí se pueden presentar.
Exacto, sí. Si tienes algo que está cambiando, un especial, algo que quiere que todo el público sepa o toda la red de Grow Local, Buy Local, Grow SA, aquí lo puedes poner.
Leslie, cuando presentaste al principio, me dijiste que había 22 preguntas que presentaban y y déjame asegurar que estoy entendiendo correcta. Esas preguntas te dirigen en la manera que pueden otros negocios, otras empresas pueden comunicarse con ustedes y presentarse la oportunidad de hacer un sub o probable entretener la idea hacer prime.
Sub or prime.
No. In other words, the 22 questions
Ajá.
guide you to where you're publicized. So, las 22 preguntas que te hacen al principio te dirigen la manera en qué manera puedes hacer negocio y presentar tu empresa a otros miembros de la comunidad de empresas.
Exacto, y lo hacemos por Google. So, es muy importante que nosotros tenemos esos detalles porque esos detalles están usados ¿qué es la palabra? Para anunciar su negocio, ¿verdad? Sí, puedes hacer eso.
So, ¿qué hay otras características que están en el dashboard?
Ok, so ahí también puedes ver los eventos, promociones, oportunidades, anuncios. Puedes revisar los próximos anuncios. So, hay mucho aquí que puedes hacer con su compañía, pero lo más importante es que pones todo en su perfil. Necesitamos su imagen de banner, necesitamos las direcciones de todas las cuentas de social media, de Facebook, de Instagram. Lo más
Claro.
completo, su perfil está lo más su compañía vas a recibir. Si no pones algo completo, no va a servirte como podía servirte.
So, lo más que publiques, puedes hacer publicar tu información, lo más comunicación que tienes. Y más, también estaba notando, como dijo John, el Maestro Entrepreneur Center toma la oportunidad a poder hacer conexiones con otras agencias para que puedan comenzar conversaciones. Y hay programas también que que pueden utilizar como educación o recursos de servicios para que sean humanos. ¿Hay otros tipos de recursos de esa manera?
Hay otros programas que estamos haciendo. Ahorita con el COVID estamos enfocando en los seminarios de miércoles y también del Forecast Fridays, pero vamos a tener más información, más programas por nuestros negocios, sí.
John, where was the link for the veteran services and things of that nature? ¿Dónde está ¿cómo se dice?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
No.
so sorry. Yes.
No, Leslie's doing a phenomenal job, but I thought I remember you doing presenting on other resource for like veteran services, another thing that you linked into that.
Oh, if they're
Yes. Yes. I'm sure Leslie iba directitos a esos programas también, ¿verdad, Leslie?
Sí.
My apologies. Sorry, I just stepped away for a moment. The opportunities for the different classifications, it will be underneath if you go under opportunities, the drop down, the navigation, click on my account in the top corner. Yes, sí.
Y la razón que quiero que presenten esa información es comparar, como dice Local Grow SA, es no nomás estamos para poder presentar adecuaciones, pero también la manera que puede soportar esos tipos de adecuaciones.
Sí,
¿Verdad, Leslie? Eso es lo que están ofreciendo.
estamos, sí, es un center, ¿verdad? Maestro sí tiene programas, pero trabajamos con otros lugares, otras compañías, otros non-profits para tener como es más que nosotros, ¿verdad? Hay muchas personas que están
Claro.
ayudando en la misma manera.
No, claro que sí. Uno que tenga uno su propia empresa y que está haciendo un negocio aquí en San Antonio, no nomás estamos para soportar a uno mismo, pero estaba notando como Dress for Success. Ese programa ayuda a preparar a las personas para entrevistas, ¿verdad? Entonces, de Workforce Solution, ese programa ayuda a educar personas que ahorita no están trabajando para prepararse para ser como plumbing o un electrician o un admin, ¿verdad?
Ajá. So, si alguien tiene diferentes, si necesita diferentes cosas, puedes ver aquí que todo está, que hay muchas personas que pueden ayudarte.
Claro.
Ujú.
Muy bien, gracias, Leslie, porque en veces se me olvida que como dice ¿cómo se dice al Maestro Center en Cubida, ¿verdad?
Maestros como una incubadora.
Incubadora. Sí, como decimos, es una incubadora, pero no nomás para adecuaciones y nomás para soportar a uno mismo, pero para soportar a la comunidad.
Exacto. Sí, avanzando, aquí están los próximos pasos. Registro, completar su perfil, conéctese con otras empresas, investigar las agencias locales de adquisiciones y comprar local y crecer ese.
Ujú. Como siempre, eso es lo que estamos aquí. Estamos enfocándonos en la necesidad aquí en la ciudad de San Antonio. Leslie, si tuvieran oportunidad ahorita, que es una cosa que es como John cuando comenzó al principio, dice que llegó a conocer al Maestro Entrepreneur Center hace 4 años y comenzó con un programa que se llamaba, a ver, ¿cómo se llamaba? Ah, John, what was the program that you registered 4 years ago for? As you
For
got to
the
know
cohort program.
el programa de cohort, donde comenzó a educarse cómo hacer negocio aquí en San Antonio. En este momento no estamos haciendo ese programa, pero la pasión que trajo John y la manera que comenzó su relación con el Maestro Entrepreneur Center, en la manera que, como tú les estás presentando la información con la misma pasión y con el mismo cariño, que son cosas que al principio les dices a la comunidad que es importante a conocer más aquí en el Maestro Center.
Es muy importante que hay muchos servicios en la comunidad. Y hay mucha gente que no sepan de todo lo que está pasando. Y eso es lo
Claro.
que nosotros queremos hacer aquí en Maestro. Con los participantes del cohort, lo van por el programa y luego sienten como tienen que dar algo para atrás, ¿verdad? Y ayudar a nuestra comunidad. Ahorita con lo que está pasando con el COVID-19, con los negocios pequeños, hay mucha gente que está sufriendo ahorita y lo que Maestro está tratando de hacer es dar todo lo que podemos a los entrepreneurs para que lo tienen, los soportar que necesitan. Y eso es lo que tratamos a hacer aquí en todos nuestros programas. Pero es muy importante la comunidad, ¿verdad? Que tenemos un lugar donde puedes ir, que hay gente que quieren ayudarte, que tenemos la comunicación con otros en la comunidad para dar todo lo que podemos para ayudar a los propietarios de los negocios.
Claro. Y lo que estoy oyendo es lo que estás diciendo es, el maestro Entrepreneur Center está aquí para educar, unir, apoyar y asegurar que ustedes mismos, los que tienen sus empresas, tengan la confianza y los recursos para que puedan avanzar con sus negocios en este tiempo.
Sí.
Gracias, Leslie.
Exacto.
Gracias. En este momento, ya sé que pasamos todos los programas, presentamos el dashboard. Hay una pregunta que quieren hacer porque Leslie está aquí para poder presentar la información en español, pero todavía está John aquí, si acaso no te pregunto, es el inspector del programa de Buy Local Grow SA. So, si acaso tienen una pregunta, por favor, preséntesela porque aquí está John todavía. Hubo hubo una pregunta que, did you mean in person, que estaba en inglés. Y también quieren saber en qué manera pueden mandar correos electrónicos para comunicarse y hacer preguntas. Sabrina, ¿podemos presentar la información donde podemos poner el correo electrónico donde se pueden comunicarse? There you go. Leslie ya presentó. ¿Hay otra pregunta? Aprovechen, aquí estamos para asistirles y dirigirles y asegurar que se informan en la manera de poder registrarse con Buy Local Grow SA. ¿Hay una pregunta? Claro que sí, Tony. ¿Qué es la pregunta? Leslie, do you see his question?
No puedo ver la pregunta.
Okay.
Veo que Rosy me preguntó dónde puede mandar correo electrónico y luego después de eso no veo una pregunta. ¿Nadie tiene preguntas?
Bueno, Rosie tuvo una pregunta que citamos en persona. Bueno, vamos a responder a esa pregunta. En este momento, porque tenemos COVID, estamos demostrando asegurar que todas las personas no están en peligro con COVID. So, si pueden hacer una cita con el Maestro Entrepreneur Center, donde pueden ir a hacer la cita y los pueden dirigir todos los edificios. Y también en los miércoles, también tenemos el live webinar donde usamos social distancing, los 6x6, ¿verdad? Para asegurar que todos están bien, donde pueden notar el webinar. Pero también pueden hacer cita a ir a conocer dónde está el Maestro Entrepreneur Center y tener conversaciones en la manera que se pueden soportar. Leslie, ¿hay otra cosa que se me pasó? Porque ya ves, hay tantas cosas que hace el maestro Entrepreneur Center.
No, en este momento yo creo que eso era todo. Si alguien tiene preguntas, voy a poner mi correo electrónico en el chat y me puedes mandar un mensaje electrónico y ah, estoy feliz en hablar con ustedes sobre eso.
Claro. Now, Sabrina, can you put Buy Local Grow SA on there? Como siempre, el tiempo de John y de Leslie es bien importante y también les agradecemos que tuvieron tiempo, tuvieron tiempo para poder presentar la información.
Y
Now, si están, go ahead.
perdón, Juanita. Antes de ir, quiero también anunciar que yo soy la nueva directora de programas aquí en Maestro. Estoy feliz de estar aquí con todos ustedes. Yo creo que Celina dijo eso.
Sí.
Pero sí, estoy muy emocionada de estar en con esta compañía de maestro. Si tienes preguntas sobre programas, por favor, voy a poner mi correo electrónico en el chat y me puedes mandar un mensaje. También voy a poner mi número de teléfono. Si quieres hablar, estoy aquí para servir a todos ustedes.
Claro que sí, y bienvenida, bienvenida.
Gracias.
Es el nuevo miembro de Maestro Entrepreneur Center. Bueno, si no hay otras preguntas, quiero asegurar que reconozcan que la información sobre Buy Local Grow SA es un sitio web de recursos para pequeñas empresas que va a poner Sabrina ahorita en la pantalla. Estos recursos son gratis para poder tomar oportunidades de adecuación. Si están notando, es un sitio listo para diseñado para soportar a ustedes. Now, regístrense, les toma solamente como 5 minutos. Cuando ya reciben la prueba, pueden desbloquear una nueva manera, nueva forma de hacer negocio aquí en San Antonio. Si están notando aquí en la esquinita, está el QR code, donde no nomás está en inglés, pero también está en español, para poder seguir comunicando con nuestros patrocinadores y los que los apoyan. Y también a otros negocios que necesitan educarse en la manera que pueden hacer negocio aquí en San Antonio. Pero también queremos que aprendan del Maestro Entrepreneur Center. Aprenden más sobre Maestro Entrepreneur Center porque pueden, como les dije, pueden llamar, hacer una cita para poder informarse de la manera de maestro y recursos que están brindando para las pequeñas empresas. Pero también, si por una razón u otra no pudieron presentarse aquí con el webinar o live Facebook, también pueden seguirlos con un like al Facebook, a Instagram, a Twitter. Y también todos ustedes son profesionales. Síganos también en LinkedIn, porque ahí también estamos presentando información. YouTube. Estamos donde quiera. Pero como les dije, si de una manera, por una razón u otra, no pudieron estar presentados aquí con Webinar Wednesday o Live Facebook, tenemos los podcasts, donde tenemos 7 plataformas donde pueden escuchar los podcasts. Aquí estamos para servirles, para seguir apoyándoles y presentándoles recursos que son importantes para ustedes para poder avanzar. También queremos darle gracias a John, Nena y Leslie, ¿para dónde te fuiste? Porque te quiero dar gracias y bienvenida por ser el nuevo miembro de este equipo. John, como siempre, vamos a seguir buscándote y gracias, te agradecemos tanto con tu talento. Y Leslie, bienvenida. Pero también queremos dar gracias a los patrocinadores que ayudan a hacer eso todo posible. HEB, la ciudad de San Antonio, el Departamento de Desarrollo Económico, Wells Fargo y a nuestros seguidores que siguen apoyando la misión para poder presentar recursos para nuestras pequeñas empresas. Como siempre, vayan a registrarse, nos toman 5 minutos y los vemos el próximo miércoles. Gracias a todos y los vemos.